Good evening. Welcome to the show. Dun, 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 dun. Put no music. So here we are on a Sunday evening. This weekend and next weekend we'll have Sundays. We'll have our regular show that we normally go with on. I got to watch them shaking the table and computer. So we'll have a couple lives for the next couple of weekends, and then sometime during Daytona Bike Week we'll have live there. Don't know what night it'll be, but we'll let you know ahead of time. You guys can jump in and see what's going on. Tonight we're going to talk about mainly we're going to talk a lot about Daytona, but I mean there's a lot of other things getting ready to happen. Right behind that is going to be Arizona Bike Week's going to be coming up. They got a good headliner there. I think it's Sammy. I think is who's going to be playing there on Saturday. And so then also Ted Nugent. Mm, it's, it's Ted Nugent. I'll have to look. I've got it all on my phone. So we'll give you all the lowdown on that real soon. So we'll give a few minutes before everybody gets going here. Um, what have we been doing? We are still in Arizona. There's a lot of people thinking we're in Daytona because we did that highlight video the other day, letting everybody think about, if you're up there in that freezing cold weather. Oh, we've been doing really good. We've been in the 70s. We've been hit 80 a couple of days here in the last week. So we kind of got Florida weather. They got some rain. I think it's supposed to rain there tonight, but the Daytona 500, they had that successfully today, and no rain there. And it was in the mid 70s, so not too bad. When I'm looking ahead for the weather, we're looking at probably 70s to the mid 80s. Always a chance of rain, but I mean, that's every rally, there's a chance of. Uh, that's right. That's what I always say. There's very few rallies it doesn't rain in. We only went in, I think it's 2022. We hit almost all the rallies, and in the actual rally, it never rained at any of them. Sturgis had rain around it, but it never rained inside the Sturgis. Kind of, yes. Let's give you a quick update. If anybody lives in Sturgis, there's some crazy stuff that's getting ready to happen on Tuesday. They've always had this thing where you could camp in people's yards and stuff. And what it did is there was a stipulation back in there. I think it was like, I may be wrong. It's been about a year or two since I've looked at. Like if you owned that house since like 1972 or whatever the year was, I don't remember what. Maybe it's 81. Who knows? But it was in the books, and you were grandfathered in to where you could make money on your yard and all that kind of stuff, and it was stuff you could do. You put the money in your pocket, you didn't have to pay any fees or anything like that. Well, there's been some people that have moved in town after that, and they've kind of complained and said, we want to have tents in our yard. Well, now the city's getting ready to change the whole thing on Tuesday, and it's something that I don't think the council even voted on this. But they're going to start making the people that have houses have a permit that they have to go get. It's going to cost them money. They're going to have to pay sales tax on the money they collect. They're also going to have to be very limited to the people that they're allowed to have on the yard. They're going to have to do this and this and this. And there's a whole bunch of stupid regulations. And once again, it's the city getting involved with the poor people that live there that are just trying to make a little bit of money off the rally. The city doesn't seem to be able to do. Don't really figure out how they do that, but they spend money on stupid stuff. But that's just a little update here. Sturgis. If you live in Sturgis, you want to go to the Tuesday night, that's right. Be there. If I was in town, I'd be there. And yipping and hollering at them too, because it's one, if people's already been there for all these years, they've lived there their whole life or whatever the case is, they should be grandfathered in on the old clause, which was there. The new people that are coming in, yes, they could issue permits. And what they were trying to do is say that you had to make sure you had bathrooms or Johnny on the spots, and you had to do this. You had to know what you're going to do with your trash and all this different stuff like this. It's like, I could understand some of that, but I think overall, I've never really heard any complaints from any of the people that have had tents and stuff in their yards from any of the neighbors or anybody complaining about any of that. But I mean, it always takes one, like people that complain about half the console there hates the rally. And but yet they sure like our money when we
When
need to give them some oil.
I know you
Yeah, I need to chat away a few seconds.
in it.
Are you looking through your romper room mirror there? How many people know where that is? I have no idea what her name. Check, check, check. Right. Where's your button?
There. Now can you hear me?
Playing with the buttons.
Didn't touch it. I pulled it so you could hear me, and now it's doing stuff. Anyway, that's what I'm doing. Getting stuff ready for Daytona, slowly but surely. Yes, next week sometime I'll start packing the bags, and then we'll leave Monday to go up to Vegas, and then Tuesday we fly out to Daytona. So we'll be in Daytona on the 24th, and that's the story. Oh, I think Lisa might be on. No, that's his gun. Your mic is not working. Okay, I got it fixed now.
She turned it off when she pulled on it.
Always my fault.
She's
Loud
calling on
and
too many
clear,
things.
Spider said.
Now.
And loud and clear. Okay, sorry. I was wondering, I was trying to look when I talked, I could see his moving, but mine wasn't. Heavenly Heinous. Somebody told me name. I can't remember. Says hi. Anyway, I know who you are. I just can't think of your name. And they're saying hi to each other. Got everything put on you need to put on? I guess he's got a bunch of stuff he wants to talk about. Daytona, things we've heard about, things that are coming up, things that are going on. And we'll I think that's Kathy.
Oh, I had some stuff
Heavenly
in the
has.
printer too.
Good luck getting out the door. And I'm surprised he's not see-through because he has a green shirt on and we're in front of the green screen. You didn't, but it was working out, so I don't know. Come on, spring weather. Yeah, it's been nice here, so I can't complain. Julie and Bobby. Julie. I don't know why I was thinking of Kathy. They're the ones that won the trip to from Camp Easy Ride. So I knew the name, and you told me. I knew somebody told me that was their name. When did you sub Spider? I don't know who Spider is, but I see him on there. What is the official start date for Daytona Bike Week? Is February 27th and 28th. And then the first, I think is Sunday, if I believe right. Yeah, because Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Yeah. So it's the 27th Friday, 28th Saturday, and the first is March 1st. So there'll be another Friday, the 13th in March, because it says February is a very unique month. It started on a Sunday. It's going to end on a Saturday. So there's 4 Sundays, 4 Mondays, all the way through the week. And I think, I don't know when I read, but something, it's not ever happened like that in a long time. So I'm hoping that was the day you was wanting to know. Evening, everyone. Rick's on. And I don't know why I was thinking your first name was Kathy, but yes, Julie. We're going to temps in the 60s for a few days and then back into digits. I know they say it's going to get cold again. Rain's going to be hitting the California coast. I think they said 100% tomorrow. Not too long. They're talking to each other. 6 degrees. They're telling the weather. Now I can hear Tam. Yes, I turned my microphone on. We're excited for Daytona and Camp Easy Ride. We're going to choose to go to Ohio. I thought that's what you had said you wanted to do. So that's pretty cool. Yes, I
we
saw
have some
your
stuff
note
to talk about
on Camp Easy Ride.
Yep.
Yes, I did, Neil. So I don't know what to tell you. Yep. And thank you, Spider, whoever you are, and joining our channel today. And Southern Illinois here. Oh, no, that's where XM Biker is in Southern Illinois. Not too far from where we're originally from. So what are you going to start with?
We're going to talk a little bit
my phone
about
working.
this
Okay,
other.
Neil, good for you.
I don't know if anybody, have you ever heard of this bar down in Daytona? It's not actually in Daytona, it's the town of
Bushnell.
Bushnell or
Bunnell. Bunnell. Bunnell.
And it's actually right from, if you were at Flagler Beach, you went straight inland.
West.
you would hit it there. It's a bar that is, I don't know if they've had vendors and stuff there. They got a bunch of stuff that's going to be going on. I kind of Googled shot the place, and it looks like an old rundown place. Doesn't look very big, but I mean, it's Google Earth, so it's hard to say. But I mean, they're going to have all kinds of things going on. They're going to have, there's a bunch of bands. They got a wet t-shirt contest going on, a survivor party. I think they
They have
had
a big bear
big
belly
belly, yeah,
contest.
contest, lots of cash and stuff they're going to give away. So I didn't know if anybody had ever heard of that bar. I don't know if we'll make it
I don't
to
know if you
there.
said the name of the bar yet.
Yeah, it's what is it, 1405 Saloon. Said
Didn't
that
say
one.
that.
I said that before I ever pulled. Anybody asked.
I don't know if anybody's ever heard of this bar or not.
That's right. It's 5. So I don't know if anybody's ever heard of that or been there or know if they've had any entertainment there before or anything going on. I don't know if we'll make it there or not. Let's wait and see.
It's
Depending on
about
if we go
23
down.
miles from Daytona.
But if you were down Flagler Beach, it wouldn't be quite so far going out there because it still says a lot of the things that are around this bar are still Flagler Beach stuff. So I don't know how far Flagler Beach. I would
Goes
think that
out
was farther
the
out.
city
but
limits.
There was a lot of different things there. So that was just something. It popped
Jumpin'
up on
Jack.
Facebook and didn't know. Oh, I guess they're gonna have oil wrestling too. Another thing that they're gonna have going on. Women's baby oil wrestling. They put baby in there instead of just saying oil wrestling. So that was something.
And make sure you smell good.
And I don't know, does baby oil actually has a smell? Never smelled it. Never noticed it if you did have it.
Because you never took care of the babies.
So what I got in front of me now is Iron Horse. And
It was my bad. Somebody called me out on Goo Goo Dolls when they were going to be. They said, you wrote it down and you said it and all this stuff. And I said, yeah. So I looked it up and I said, right here, it said it's supposed to be on the 7th. So I thought that was the last weekend. Well, the little flyer was for February, not for March. Because I think the reason I pulled it up because the last weekend, of course, is going to be Daytona Bike Week. So then when I saw the 7th, and anyway, long story short, they already played the Goo Goo Dolls.
So a lot of these bands you can see at a lot of other bars, like this Moonshine Bandits. I think they're pretty much playing everywhere.
The LOC too, or something
Yeah,
like
there's
that.
a Lone Star. Skinner's going to be there. Wayne Jennings. That's about the only place I think Wayne Jennings plays is at the Iron Horse.
Yeah.
He's there quite a few nights. Sounds a lot like I guess it's his grandpa.
Yeah.
Waylon. And the Moonshine Band is there again every night. They don't really have any contest or anything going on. You know, Jasmine Kane, same thing. She's pretty much playing a little bit of everywhere, so it's not too hard to catch her. But the Iron Horse does have Colt Ford. I don't think he's playing anywhere else. Cowboy that does
Kid Rock.
I don't think he's playing anywhere else. Just kind of looking through the list here. Buckshot, Creed Fisher. I'm not sure if I've seen him
He's
someplace
playing
else or
at
not.
Broken Spoke too, I think.
Okay. And so there you go. There's just a few. You can always go on our Bob and Tam's Facebook page, and I have all these flyers there. And another place, I don't know if anybody really goes out to that or not. If you drive on down to Space Coast, down there in Palm Bay, Florida, they've got their bike week stuff going on too. Most of the stuff is, I guess they're gonna have a demo truck down there. They're gonna have the Harley Angels launch party in Tequila. I don't know if they're supposed to be a
Like Budweiser girls or something.
I don't know.
Bud Light girls.
I guess maybe it's for their new Harleys coming out launch party. A fluorescent foam party with the Angels. That doesn't mean you're in there with the Angels. It might just be the Angels. It's on Friday. Demo trucks there every day. They got bull riding, axe throwing. They got a bike wash. What else? They have a bike show on Monday. Full Throttle Florida magazine's going to be there. Some more bike competitions. Well, celebrity Ryan Evans, which is from Counting Cars. What? That'll be a quick run for him to get there because he's supposed to be at. I guess that's Monday.
Bike builds.
You can go on Monday with us. I'll
And
tell you
see
that in a
him in-
minute. And you can see him ahead of time. Wednesday, they're going to have a bike blessing, free pancake breakfast. They're going to have Adam Shear, former WW superstar.
Know who
Why?
that is?
I have no idea.
Hey,
who that
Danny.
is.
Where are you guys? Probably a new guy.
Probably heard of him.
Enjoy making connections with you via YouTube and Instagram. That is awesome.
I have no
Come with-
idea. Seen that guy
No.
before? I guess I've seen
Braun. It's Braun. Strawman.
Oh, that's the wrong one. That is.
I don't know. Does it say Braun on there or Brian? Maybe they spelt it wrong.
Oh yeah, the ring name of Adams. That's his real name. So
Yeah.
it's Braun Strowman. If you watch, most people we don't ever know who these. Just like when they announced Kid Rock, half people didn't know what his real name was.
Richie Rich.
Yeah,
Yeah, no, Robert
and,
Rich.
So they'll
Salty
be
Badger's
there.
on.
That's going to be on
Hey.
Thursday if you want to see them.
Hey,
That's
Salty.
from 4 to 6. The Tequila K Space Coast girls are going to. That Adam's going to be there actually 2 days in a row, Thursday and Friday. Friday's a very busy day. Wait till we tell you all the stuff that's going on Friday. They're going to have out there on Sunday. They're going to have Micromania wrestling out there too from 1 to 3.
Hmm.
They're making their hands.
They're making their
If we don't
rounds.
make our
Because
where's the
that's
other
on
one?
Friday. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
There's
Sunday.
a
We
lot
got
of
nothing
stuff
to do
going on
Sunday.
Friday.
Head over
That's
here.
the last Sunday.
Yeah, it's like 7. 8.
That's the 8th. Yeah. That's when we're leaving.
No, we were going to stay. I was going to stay
All right.
at another place, but we're going to stay. We're going to originally.
All right.
All right. So,
So they said they rode down to the pier at Pier 220 in Titusville last year. I just wanted to say something else, but and she said it was good. Is that kind of like the pier in San Francisco? Everybody wants to go to. What is it, Pier 49 or something? Like a well-known pier.
not like the ones over further down.
Bob never said the name of the bar.
So here's what else we got going on at Cackleberry. We're just not going to go through all their bands because their bands I have never heard anybody that's playing on. Mostly
Hey,
local
Dave's
guilds.
Crazy Trailer.
So what's going on out there is on Friday, they're having a lot of the same stuff's going on. Daisy Duke, pole dancing. Saturday is twerk contest, wet t-shirt contest. Sunday, pole dancing, female body canvas painting. That is.
Just a FYI, it all has times on these at Keckleberry, and we've been out there and tried to be at some of these events. And they start at 8. We went out there till 10 o'clock at night. Never started.
That's not editing these events like this that have it. Most
When
of this,
they
I
get
would
enough
say
people,
the
that's
pole-
when they start it.
It's usually in between the bands is what they're doing.
And if they've
Sets.
got enough people.
Tuesday, Daisy Duke, twerk contest again. Daisy Duke, pole dancing on Wednesday.
Yep.
Thursday is lap dance competition for couples. Welcome. Pole dancing again. Daisy Duke. Saturday is their Miss Cackleberry bikini contest. Wet tea. They got wrestling too. Their wrestling is on Wednesday. It's only an hour because they're doing it before they go other places. Because we went out there once to Cackleberry and thought we were going to see the wrestling. They did one match and that was it. And it was like
They were tearing everything down as quick as they could. And I said, "What are you?" And they said, "We're going to the doghouse." That's where the main event was, at the doghouse.
Well, we didn't know that year. We didn't know that they were having there too. So there you go. So there's that lineup there. So at the doghouse.
Okay. Hard count.
So the doghouse, Thursday for the kickoff party. If you're there on Thursday, they're gonna have Big Engine.
That's a good band.
And they play
That's
a
a
lot
local
of
Florida band.
and they play a lot of cover songs. It's kind of cool. I'm not okay. The 27th Friday, they're gonna have the Daytona Beach pipes and drums are gonna be there for an hour from 6 to 7. That's kind of cool to see. They're gonna have Gnarly Quinn. I think that person is playing a lot of different places too on Friday. Saturday, they have Diesel, which that person is playing a lot of places. Cash Rocket. Sunday is Jasmine Kane's there at night on Sunday night. A lot of people like Jasmine Kane. Their Tuesdays, every Tuesday, they always do this anyway. They have Dirty Bike Biker Bingo. I have no idea what that is. So if you've been there, let me know. I'm just looking to see if they had anything special. Their midget wrestling is on Friday the 6th. I say there's a lot of stuff going on. Write that down. We'll tell you all the different things. Now the Daytona Beach Pipes and Drums is also going to be there on Thursday night too. So if you come to the halfway point. Sundays they've still got bands all day long too. Oh, kind of exciting. One of our subscribers, I should really look at the name. Can't think of. Again, I know his last name, but I don't really want to say his last name. He does really good, and he types up everything. He's got an agenda that he's going to do, and I'm like, I looked at this, and I'm like, there's no way you're going to get this all done. A couple days, he planned on driving down to the Keys too, and then getting back in time to go to see a band concert that same night. Well, drive down one day, and then come back the next day, but still get back in time to get back by 4:00 to watch the band. A lot to do. But that's all tentative. But I mean, he does a really good job of writing up all the different stuff. Dirty Harry's is back to having their wet t-shirt contest again, twice a day, starts on Friday, runs all the way through Saturday. Those are usually pretty good on time. 1 to 2:30, the first one, and 5:30 to 7, the second one. That's pretty much the way it is. Now if you're a Molly Hatchet fan, they're there on Thursday night. So, I mean, there's a lot of them, and that'd probably be a good time to go there. Thursday, they're going to start out the band with 6 to 8:30 is going to be Crash Rocket. Heard good things about them. Then you're going to have Molly Hatchet, and you're going to wrap it up with Jasmine King. So that might be a good night for you into all that. Get to see them all 3 times and get them all done. Jasmine King's there several nights. Getting there on Friday night. Voodoo Vibe is there another night. I was just looking to see if there's any names off that I write off. The Bank is actually going to have the same band, same 3 bands all week long. But if you go in there, you're not going to miss anything. They've got the first one's going to be in the afternoon. It's going to be Mickey Clams Duo. And then Mickey Clams Duo. I'm going to play twice.
There you go.
Then you're going to hear Psycho Devils. So there's at the Bank. Full Moon Saloon. They've got, I'm just looking to see if they've got any, mostly country is what they're doing over there now. I'm just looking to see if there's any names I've ever heard of. Looks like their main one at night is going to be Hayfire. They're there every night, but Monday night, Tuesday night. Those 2 nights have Dakota Hurley, not Harley, but Hurley. That other word I can't even pronounce. Pronounce.
My glasses on.
I have no idea what that band.
Sarsaparilla?
Might be it.
Sarsaparilla. Yeah.
So that's who's going at the Full Moon. Like I say, that's going to be all country music. If you're in the country, you want to hear that. That's kind of cool. So this guy, actually, that's what he picks out is the bands he likes to hear. Is he's planning on hearing Jasmine Kane, Moonshine Bandits, and then over at Boot Hill on Saturday is Whiskey Hangover. It's a Godsmack tribute band. That's their last band that night on Saturday. So that's one of the things he's got. Their Twisted Tea contest is going to be on Sunday.
That's a bikini contest.
Yeah. We'll be there for that. And then they'll have the band. Eden follows it up, Leaving Eden. They're going to have on Wednesday night is an AC/DC tribute band, Razor's Edge, like AC/DC. Okay, they about all in there. Let's see. We already talked about the Doghouse, the Cabbage Patch.
I don't know if this is the same thing about that Easy Rider thing. It says, Salty Badger says it looks like Bloomville, Ohio and Fullerville both pulled the plug on the Easy Rider Rodeo this year. It dropped off their websites.
All right, so we'll talk a little bit about what happened. Actually, this all came up from our friend riding the Ozarks. He was
Arizona.
doing some, no, it didn't come from him. It came from Wims.
Jared.
Jared Wims. He's been on our channel several times. We've seen him before he really even had a YouTube channel. We got to meet him and talk to him. He does a lot of stuff with Triumphs. And so he had a girl wanted to come over and do a shoot on a motorcycle, and Easy Rider magazine was going to take a photo shoot. So that's where we were at. So about, I don't know, I'd have to go back and look at my email because I sent him an email when it happened. 4 or 5 days ago, he got a call from this model saying, I do not want any of my pictures going to Easy Rider magazine, that they posted this article. Well, this article in a nutshell, because it's gone, I can get a copy of it, but I don't need to read it. I believe Wims, what he said is gospel, and I don't need any more. And that's what he told me. When I told him it's already been taken down, he said, that's fine, but I got copies of it. And I'm like, I don't need to see it. I believe. But what ended up happening was, I guess they write a lot of different articles about bikers and things like that, but wasn't on the Easy Rider site. It was on a page a website that they run. Can't think of the name of the website. I can look it up in a minute. But what they did is they put this article, and it was supposed to be about this one percenter. He was telling about his highlights of some of the fun stuff that he used to do. He used to take his chopper and ride down to like the junior high school and pick and rev his bike up and get these 13-year-old girls to get on the back of his bike, and he'd take them out for a ride, and he'd end up taking them to an adult pole dancing place. I don't want to say, because we do sometimes have kids watching stuff. We'll leave it at that. And then when he got done, every once in a while, he would get one of the girls that he could take in the back and put over a trash can. And so, which is should have never even been said in this first place and being publicized. And so Easy Rider, I guess, ended up writing an article, which I did see this, that said that they apologized for it. It should never came on the channel, and that's it. Never said who put it out, why it came out.
Who authorized it?
Yes. So it's at this point. So yes, there's a lot of it's going around. The other guy in Tampa.
Prime Cut Pro?
No, the guy with the beard.
Oh, Shade Tree.
Yeah, Shade Tree also did one on it. There's been a couple other people come out. Shade Tree is actually friends with Wims and also with when I was thinking of Writing the Ozarks, but Writing the Ozarks was, he might have put another video out too, but it wasn't those two guys. Wims was actually the one that was involved with what was going on, and the girl, and she's seen it first, and so that's how it all started. We don't really do anything with Easy Rider magazine. I don't.
They said that even Law Tigers pulled their ads out of their magazines.
Well, it should, because it's
They said the model was a real popular rally singer. I don't know who it was.
So, but I mean, when you do something like this and you have internet and stuff like this, especially if you have a page you're putting stuff on, like if you go to our Bob and Tams or you go to our Bike Builds for Vets, and we put this stupid article on there, doesn't matter who puts it on, it's still our responsibility if it got on there.
To censor it.
Yeah. Did it
have anything to do with what we're promoting?
Yeah. Did it have something to do with, did they get spammed and somebody came in and hacked them? I'm assuming what happened is somebody put the article on there that works for them, thought it was kind of cool and, and all that, and wasn't really thinking that it's child, it's just
pedophile.
Yeah. It's just not a good thing to go down. So that's kind of where it's at. Like I say, once again, we don't really deal with Easy Rider magazine. Never have, probably never will. Probably is a good knife in their back. They're probably never going to be able to recuperate from this. They would have been better off throwing whoever did it down the tubes and fired them and let them go. Hopefully it wasn't the web designer that was running the page. Let me look it up and I'll see what.
So I've got a few things too that he told me to write down that are going on during Daytona Bike Week. There's going to be an EVO show at the Turn, and I think that's on the one. And it's the Turn restaurant, and that's going to be from 2 to 4, I believe, or 12 to 4. So that's going to be the EVO show. And if you all know Marilyn Stemp, that's kind of one of her shows, and she's going to be putting that on. Don't forget the Beaver Bar on Sunday, March 1st. We're going to be there and have breakfast. If anybody wants to come out and have breakfast with us at the Beaver Bar on Sunday, that's March 1st. On Monday the 9th, or Monday the 2nd, from 9 to 10, we'll be at Teddy Morris's Saints and Sinners for the Flying Pistons Bike Builders Breakfast. So we'll be out there if you want to see us out there. That event does cost to get into. think it's $20 if you prepay and 25 at the door if you don't. But there's going to be Ryan from Counting Cars. He's going to be there. He's going to be their designated artist or dignitary VIP for the morning. If you wanted to meet him, so come on in there. Tuesday the 3rd is the Biker Bells ride. That's going to be at the Speedway. Kickstands up at 9:00. I think they start meeting around 7:00, and then they'll do the ride and end up at Teddy Morris's, I believe. Wednesday, I guess we don't really have anything down. It's Daytona Dave's birthday. Thursday is, don't forget, the Willie's Supper Time show. So we'll be there on Thursday, definitely most of the morning, probably until around 1:00. Sometimes we come back and do the awards. We'll see. Friday is the Boardwalk Bike Show, which we've missed the last few years because we always think it's on Saturday, but it's on Friday. Midget Wrestling's going to be out there at Doghouse. And then 38 Special and the bike giveaway that Jesse James Dupree does is going to be that evening at Teddy Morris's, and the bike burning out at Volusia County. And that's when they have all their big events. They have a bunch of bands. They have the Miss Burning bike. Then they burn the bike. And so that's a big deal. That's all out there at Volusia County Fairgrounds out past the land. I don't have anything down Saturday. And then Sunday again is the breakfast at the Beaver Bar. So that's what he had me write down earlier. And then we'll talk about Camp Easy Ride in a little bit here.
It's bikernet.com. That is what Easy Rider owned, their website. So it's bikernet.com, but it's the article's not on there. If you go on there, you can see some of the stuff that they write. Sometimes they talk about, like, somebody will write a little story or something, but it was like, I don't know. I don't know where it was right on the top when it first started. It was at the very, very top when this model seen it. And then also when Wims checked it out, he seen it too. And that's when he had a big fit about it. And so he did a short the other day on it. I looked at the date because that's the date that I found out. I wasn't going to really do anything about it because I figured I have had a lot of people send me stuff and say, did you see this? Did you know this was going on? Yes, I do. There's a lot of things we know. We don't normally always. I'm not going to jump on a bandwagon with everybody putting out a video. You know, those two guys put out videos and that's fine. Most of those, you're either going to watch one of those two people. You're either watching Jade Tree or you might be seeing Wims. So one of those two you probably have seen. And of course, everybody else is talking about it. I knew I was going to bring it up tonight on our live, but I didn't want to make a whole video of this. But yes, probably be a lot of people dumping Easy Rider. They're probably not going to be welcomed in a lot of states. Because to me, they did not handle it in a professional manner to figure out why they did what they did. How did it get through?
Is it a paperback anymore, or is it just all online now? They don't really make a physical magazine.
I don't think they make. I don't think. Does anybody see an Easy Rider magazine?
Well, that's what somebody just asked. See, they said they haven't seen a paperback copy in a long time.
Most of the things have all gone to the internet now, but I don't know if one of the magazines somebody new took over, but I don't think it must have been Easy Rider because they put the guy that owns Easy Rider.
Cycle Source? I don't know.
Might have been Cycle Source. I don't know. One of those ones got a new owner. So that's what we got. So that's some of the things she went over. Some of the things she has. One of the other things we want to talk about is go ahead and we'll talk a little bit about Camp Easy Ride. They're one of our sponsors. They do have some stuff still available. So what Marcus did the other night, and I wrote him today, and I said, anything still available? Okay. And he's like, yes, we do have some stuff available. See your paper.
You gonna read it? You want me to?
You can if you want. So they've got a couple different things because people come up and always ask. On the phone, they always call and say, I got a question. And so what he did here is he kind of wrote up what the questions are that people ask for prices. He does have stuff available. So Pam will tell you what they got going on.
So this is only for his 10-day rallies, which are Daytona, Ohio Bike Week, and Sturgis. Those are the only 10-day rallies I guess he goes to. So the prices are, if you only want to come the 4 days, Friday through Tuesday or Wednesday through Sunday, It's per site, which includes 2 people, and it's $4.99. And if you wanted to stay the whole 9 nights, that's $9.99.
It's actually end up getting-
I don't know. I think it's day free, he said. So if he said, "I'm sorry for you guys that wanted to do only 3 days," he says, "you'll either have to call in sick a day or just eat the last day." They don't do any 3-day, nights. You can either do Friday to Tuesday or Wednesday to Sunday. That's their only 4-day options.
Now, coming up this Friday, he is going to give the option for this one, but you have to call on Friday,
That's, it's
2 days.
Friday and Saturday. Well, no, I guess it's not. It's any night, I think he said, because any 2 nights. So
Most people want to come out on. They ask, I want to come out on Friday and Saturday because I'm off work. I live close by, but I want to be able to drink and get drunk and stupid, and I want to be able to just fall over. And I'm going to come with my buddy, or I'm going to come with my girlfriend, or come with my wife, or maybe my girlfriend and my wife I'll bring. Whatever you got. And so this is what he's got, but you can reserve it
starting Monday.
starting Friday, this Friday.
And that's for the last week of the event is the only time that he offers this. So don't call for Sturgis to try to get this. It's going to be $3.49 for any 2 nights that you want to come in, because that way, if it's that very last week, he's just trying to rent the spots.
Last ones he's got open.
Yes, that he's got open. So for $3.49 any 2 nights, what he has available.
Now he has one other deal that you have to call the day of it. Like, let's say you're coming down Saturday and you're partying and all this, and you feel drunk and you think you're going to get crazy and you don't want to ride your bike home. You can call him on Saturday and say, "Hey, do you have anything available for tonight only?" You have a price for that?
$200.
Yeah. For one night, it's $200 anytime during the week, but that's only 1 day.
But you have to call to make sure he's got any availability. Yes. He's not guaranteeing anything. Right. You can either, if let's say you're at the Heckleberry and you're like, "Oh man, I didn't know that band was playing tonight. Maybe I want to stay all night." You can walk over there and ask him, say, "Hey, do you got anything for tonight only?" And he'll say yes or no, and then you can stay. But that's no reservations. You can only call or walk up that day and get it for $200.
Phone number and write it on here.
The Camp Easy Ride thing.
I don't think. Yeah, but you said phone number.
No,
Supposed to call him.
it's on their website.
Number.
Hey. All the stuff going on. Talking.
Where you stop.
Well, you should have looked at that first before you go out.
So while she's looking up his phone number to put it up here on the screen for a few minutes, or you can go to his website. But most of this, if you're trying to get in this quick, because he's actually going to start loading the truck up. I think tomorrow on Monday he's going to start loading the truck up, and he'll be down there. He usually gets down there the Tuesday before. Actually, same day we're arriving, he's arriving. I have no idea. I don't know if you can add it. I know how to put a new one on.
Oh, then how do you make a new? I've got the phone number. What do you want me to do?
I wanted you just to do this. Type away.
That won't come up.
Well, I want to come up.
I've tried to do that before and it wouldn't.
The comment?
Create a banner.
Type it up.
Here we go again.
Easy. You know how to type. I don't. I can hand pack it.
Well, I got to put 2.
And so so we'll put the phone number up here in a minute. We'll have a banner going across your that if you want to contact, talk to them, see what you might want to do. If you might want to do whatever you might want to do. If you want to go ahead and book the 4 days, you can do that today. Call him up right now and he'll answer the phone. And you could do if you want to do Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday nights, or if you want to do Thursday nights, I think he starts opening. I think he's open on Thursday, and whatever you want. So you can go ahead and book the 4 days, or you can book the week. Got those available. This year, he's got a brand new golf cart. He's fixed up that will hold 8, and they're going to ride around the campground. It's got a little table in it. It's kind of cool looking. If you go on his Facebook page, you can. So he's got that, and he's got so much stuff going on there. If you've never seen his thing, he's got dance poles. They've got hot tubs. They've got, if it's not that cold, so it's not going to be after that.
Well, I don't want to click the wrong thing and lose it.
Look, add banner. There you go. If you want to call Camp Easy Ride, spelled it wrong. It's E-A-Z.
Oh, whatever.
E-A-S-Y.
I'm typing, so
So there's the phone number there. If you guys want to get a hold of them, and or you can go to their website too and get all their information. You can see all the stuff they got going on, the fun stuff. They also do some other things there. They usually get a bus one night and usually go someplace with that, like a shuttle bus or something. They get and take some people out, and you can go. They go someplace, one of the clubs, or go downtown, or go down to Main Street, or something like that. That way, you don't have to have them to drink and ride. So they got some of that other cool stuff that's going on there too. So check out Camp Easy Ride. It's a pretty fun place. We stayed there once in Leesburg. They have a lot of things. And if you don't have a lot of friends, you will make a lot of friends there. Everybody's really friendly. It's a good time. You can be as wild as you want or as shy as you want, and anything in between. And they got sometimes they cook breakfast out there. Sometimes people will bring food in. They usually have some camp hosts there that sometimes they live close by, and they'll bring stuff in, and pretty good time if you want to do that. That's an option.
So round drip something says he gets the magazine in the mail.
Of course, it could be. I don't know. I don't know if I've seen it on a newsstand or not. And they don't have it. So that's what they're going on in there. It was never put, it could show up in the magazine, but it was on the website, and that's where it was taken down from. So I don't know if it went any farther than.
Don, by saying hi to Karen. Oh, Neil hasn't found a place yet. I wanted to ask Mike and Heather if they were going to Daytona. They were on. They said hi, and Charlie said, and they got a dog named Charlie. That we're talking about Camp Easy Ride and their 10-day rallies. That's what we were talking about. No, Salty was going. He won't get in there. It's all a show they put on, and he's not part of the show. They'll let us film it. They want to know if you're going to be wrestling a midget. Greg?
They're usually a really great group of guys. We met them, probably our
Karen?
second year we were down in Panama City. They had a boardwalk
It'll be fun.
casino there,
Backtrack.
they call it. And they were there, and they let us film, and they did a really good show and stuff. And so we seen them again there. We seen them last year in Arizona Bike Week. They were down there at one of the dealerships. Really got to talk to them there. They always put a great show on. They make fun of themselves, and they always have these crazy names for each other. And it's a comedian, more of a
comedy show.
Yeah, that's what it is. More of that than it actually is wrestling. There is some wrestling, but it's more of a comedy. They have a lot of fun. And
Hey, Chip.
like I say, they make fun of themselves, and just a lot of fun.
No bike for the bike build yet. Not another one yet. Talking about going to Daytona and who's going to meet up with who.
So we've been working on, mainly been doing is getting the garage all cleaned up. I got it all set up. I've been doing started working on the motorhome, found out it's got about 36 gallons of bad gas in it. Tomorrow I'm going to go down and pick up some plastic 55-gallon drums, because out here twice a year, which will be around for May. November, hopefully, will be here that they take toxic waste, as our county does. So we'll leave it out there. I'm going to check it out and see if it's burnable. I might use it to burn out some of the weeds I got growing rocks.
A lot of weed.
But I don't know if once the gas turns to turpentine like that, I don't know. I've never tried to light it, so I don't know if anybody knows that or not. Will it burn?
I would think turpentine would burn.
Well, we call it turn to turpentine. It doesn't really turn the turpentine. It's
Does
pretty
it
flat.
stink?
Got a funky and but yeah, so it's got a whole tank full. Probably when they parked the motorhome, that's what they did. Is they probably filled it up thinking it was a good idea. They probably didn't put nothing in it, the stabilizer. Could have put cheap gas in it too, and bad. So gotta pump that out, pump the because there's two gaskets. It's got an auxiliary and a regular tank on it, and I don't know which one's which. You could guess the front one's probably they're both side by side. You would think the front one would be the main tank, but I have no idea. I'm not going to dump gas in it and find out. I just dump good gas on top of 36 gallons of bad gas. May not be 36 gallons. That's just what the tank is, but it says it's. So I'm not fooling in with that. The generator did crank over
That's
when I pushed
good.
the button.
Good sign.
It's got no one in it. But what we're doing with the motorhome is we're fixing it all up, get it running, figure out what's wrong with the brakes, and sell them. And gonna get rid of that. We would like to get rid of the golf cart. Maybe bring in that. If she don't bring her bike to Sturgis, we might bring it there and try to sell it over and see if anybody wants to buy it. Got a title. It's roadworthy. Got license plates on it. And so that's a couple things I want to get rid of.
Street legal.
Yeah,
they
it's street
call it.
legal.
I was trying to think too. I couldn't name.
So I want to get rid of that. Got to get rid of some stuff that we have that we're not using. After that, I'm going to try to get we got a big giant swamp cooler. If you've been watching the channel, watching the cars and trucks channel, we got a big giant swamp cooler now with the air conditioner. I'm hoping when we get back in August after the rally, I'll be able to work in the garage. At that time, I'll probably pull the heads off chopper, bobber, and get that fixed up. And I'm going to probably sell that. Rid of that. Somebody doesn't ride their motorcycle soon. We'll probably sell their motorcycle. Riding it anymore. Wrote it and bought it.
I
That's
wrote
what I
it in
said.
Arizona Bike Week. Took it up there and I wrote it
we
last
both.
year.
No, I wrote it there on a bike.
I was following
Oh, I guess
you
that-
on the bike builds.
So it's been a year. Didn't ride it in Sturgis last year. Took it all that way and come back. So we'll see how that goes. So this year for all the rallies were other than Arizona Bike Week and Sturgis, we're not taking any of our own bikes. We're getting a bike. Midwest Cycles, we're going through them again.
John from Gator.
John from Gator is going to set us up with a bike there. And we're hoping one of our vendors had promised us that in Myrtle Beach he would let me ride his bike. So we're going to get a hold of him in Daytona and talk to him and see if it's working. And see if that's going to work out. And then that's it. We don't know at this moment if we're doing Ocean City or I just don't know if we're going to do it. A long way to go. And last year, Emery HVAC had too much work to do. Something didn't end up making it down.
No, I get to hang out with them.
Yeah. So it was more of us by ourselves, and we kind of got to hit
Spider
all.
X was there.
I guess he was down there.
Got to hang out with.
So we'll see what happens. I'm not saying it's totally off the table, but right now we did not buy any airline tickets for that. I haven't done anything with bikes, booze, and barbecue yet. We're still teetering on that. Plans are probably going, but the cat house is for sale if you'd like to buy a bar. They are his business. He also has another business that's out in Oklahoma across the border that he does contracting work. He's a contractor. And he just signed some big multi-billion-dollar contract to build a bunch of buildings. And so he's going to be tied up the next 3 or 4 years. Wife's like, maybe we should sell the bar. But he wants to sell the bar to somebody
It was going to take care of it.
that's right. So if you're interested in the cat house, we can get you in contact with him and you can talk to him. So that's why we're kind of teetering back and forth because I don't know if somebody new would buy just like Teddy Morris now. We got with the GM, we got set up last year. This year, no, they won't do much. So that's fine. And so you'll see us there covering what we normally do, but we're not going to be there all the time. We do other stuff this year. We try to move around a lot. Every year we try not to do the same.
We say this every year too. Do some demo rides, like different bikes. Check them all out. And I'd like to ride a Royal Enfield because a lot of other bikes are a lot.
Well, the idea is if we're going to end up doing that, we're going to just pick a day and do it. 9 o'clock, whenever they start doing the demo rides, from that on, do it all day long. Different bikes, and that would be what we do that day. We just have to see what days we've got that's not something going on. because there's things like Willie's Chopper Time show. We're going to be there in the morning. We're going to be there about 9 o'clock, 8 or 9 o'clock in the morning. Willie's on Thursday, and be there till noon or 1 o'clock. That's a for sure. We're going to do it on the boardwalk. We'll be down there. That'll be Friday, first Friday, right? That's Friday. Where's the paper you had the other day? You wrote original.
On the whiteboard. Already wrote something on the whiteboard.
Let me look at yes. When is the board? Let's see what they say. What they say. Friday the 6th. So it is the last Friday. Last Friday is that. So the first Friday, last Friday. First
Is
Friday.
the busy Friday.
So last Friday, they got the burning bikes going on. They're going to have midget wrestling on Friday. Friday, that's earlier, so it's 4 to 6, so it's not too bad. Might be able to get in and get both those done because the bike show is like from noon to 3 or something. So we're not going to be there that whole time anyway. Get there when it first starts, film it, and get out. And so,
and Teddy Morris
has got 38 special.
And then they're giving away the bike.
Yeah. So that's like at 8 o'clock, they're giving the bike away. And I think 38 special is supposed to come out at 9. Iffy. They're going to, and everything else is going to be, we're not quite sure. We've never gotten back with anybody from Teddy Morris. Nobody's called us back. It said it was going to be under the pavilion. Everything else is up there at Cincinnati. That's where they're going to have the bikini contest. That's where all the other bands are going to be playing at. Everything else is going to be up there. So I don't know how they're going to do that. Because if the pavilion is full of bikes like it was last year, there is no way they can move those bikes out by Saturday morning and have them out by noon. Where would they put them at? Oh, I don't know.
We reached out, but get a hold of anybody.
Nobody's responded. And we'll let people know as soon as we find something. And we'll find out when we get there because you really don't need to know till it's next, that Friday. So that's going on. Seems like there's something else going on. There's also, we're going to go to Gillespie's Pizza, Steel City Pizza, Giuseppe's Pizza, Giuseppe's Steel City Pizza, best pizza and the best wings in town. And we eat there about 3 or 4 times a week.
If anybody's been watching Tam Time, I will not be on my diet during Daytona Bike Week. Many things I want to eat.
That's one of the good things about Daytona versus like going to Sturgis. Well, see, going to Sturgis and going to some of these rallies, it's a small town atmosphere and everything does get jacked up in price. Most places, there's still good places. But see, when you go to here, unless you're at Cackleberry, you're eating, or you're at the Iron Horse, or you're eating someplace like that, that stuff's all kind of set in stone what they're selling. When you go to a regular restaurant, like we go down to get some pizza, he's going to charge the same price today as the same price during the rally. There's no difference. His beer prices are the same price. Everything is exactly the same. He's not raping you over the coals. And that's what's kind of cool about Daytona, because if you get off of Main Street and get out, there's some really cool places. We like Steve's Diners. Steve's Diner's a really cool place to eat. Last year we didn't get to go down to the little place that we eat breakfast at.
Oh, Pat's Kitchen.
I don't think we do that there. Pat's Kitchen, that's always a cool place.
Everybody tells us we need to go to Aunt Somebody's Catfish.
And we're going to do a fish place. We're going to do the one that everybody...
Halls.
Yeah, Halls. They're on Granada. Right next door, almost next door to the place I get my fried chicken. Oh, well, you checking too while we're there. So we're going to be doing, that's what's cool about it, is there's a lot of really cool places to get food.
And they got barbecue at the Pump House.
Right across the street. There's a lot of good restaurants right there on
Granada.
So it's kind of cool. And also you go to Buc-ee's. Buc-ee's got some good food up there too. They're beef brisket.
Where's the other place we had barbecue? Oh, that Hog Heaven. I guess. That blew the awning. But that's on the A1A in Main Street.
And during Oktoberfest they didn't replace it. Don't know. So like I said, there's a ton of other great places to eat that we haven't even mentioned. But you don't always have to eat at a bar. You can go to some of these other cool places, try their food. Do a late lunch. That's usually what we try to do, is do a 1 to 2 o'clock lunch. Kind of holds us over the rest of the day. Get something light at night if you want, or
Don't forget Iron Horse has the steak tips. A lot of
yeah,
people like those.
yeah.
And another tip, if you already know this, don't forget to bring your mug. If you don't know this, if you go to Iron Horse and you buy their mug, every single day at 4 o'clock between 4 and 5, you get free refills on your Iron Horse mug. So if you got one, don't forget to bring it because you can bring years
Whatever.
past. And if you're new and first time to Daytona, and if you want free beer between, it's packed. So
Hard to get. You're going to get one. You
you'll
may
get
not
one
get
probably
two.
for sure. You may
The
not
idea
get a
would be
second.
as soon as you took the first, as soon as you got your beer, you go stand in line. You'll have it drunk by the time you'll probably get at least 2 beers out of it. Get 3 if you're lucky. And 'cause I think
Or if you got multiple cups, fill them all,
there you
and
go.
then you'll have 2 or 3. There you
There you
go.
go. Maybe buy an extra cup. You'll have that for Nick. So that's going on there. The Broken Spoke has bike shows pretty much every day but Thursday. So they have some of the really good ones. They have the Perowitz. Dave Perowitz, if anybody knows him. We've had him on our channel a lot of times. He's a great painter up there in New Jersey, New York, somewhere in that area is where
Yeah,
their
up
business is.
north. So we have the really thick northern
Yeah.
accent.
We
You
like
know,
we like
guys.
him and his daughter Jody
Yep.
to come on our channel. They're great. She's gotten some high-end speed records and stuff. She's a motorcycle racer and stuff. She knows a lot about bikes. And she's always great people. But it's going to be they're going to celebrate one night, one day at the
Broken Spoke,
Broken
his
Spoke. They're going to have
birthday.
a birthday party for him.
He'll be 75 this year.
So they're inviting everybody along. And he's also a hamster. So that's kind of cool too. And he's also going to be inducted this year into the Hall of Fame. So that's kind of cool. So he's going to be kind of cool, kind of famous. So that's always
I was
cool.
wondering.
That's what's kind of neat about the Broken Spoke. Rusty Wallace is going to be there, and his son,
Oh, Rusty Wallace, Steven.
Stephen, will be there. They have the country.
Southern, no, it's not Comfort. Southern Custom Chopper.
And they always invited us up to the shop.
Oh.
They build some great bikes. What's cool about their bikes is a lot of times you buy these bikes, these custom bike builders build that, you never know what to do with it. Well, they make their bikes to where they're pretty much done. You don't really need to go buy anything for it once you buy it. Ride it, enjoy it, drive across country, whatever you want to do. And it's all set up. Versus a lot of these times when people, just like my chopper I've got, get somebody that builds you a bike like that or in the garage or whatever, you got to ask them all your questions, or you'll have no idea what's going on with the bike if something goes wrong with it because you don't know how they wired it or how they did this or how
Or
they
what
did
parts
that.
they use to get it.
What size the cylinders are inside, what pistons they put in it.
We've never been to the Mama Tried in Milwaukee. We've been to the one in Sturgis. They've had a few of them at different places.
Seen their shows, but we've never gone to the one in Milwaukee. Probably won't be making it there anytime soon.
No, not to Milwaukee. Is there any bike events in Florida at the end of March?
Well, you can't say that.
Well,
all
not that we
kinds of
know.
things.
Well,
There's all kinds of things like OCC
Leesburg.
Chopper or OCC Roadhouse over there in Tampa, Clearwater area. The Harley
It's
dealer there, they
Barracuda.
have stuff that's going on. There's always stuff going on all in Florida. It doesn't like when we would get down there. We would get there in February and stay all the way through to Leesburg. We could find something motorcycle relative to do every weekend.
Related.
So it's not hard to find something in that general area. There's not anything, you're not going to find a bike. You're not going to find a rally like this. You will find the dealerships that might have Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, they got stuff going on. Or you might find that there's, they do the thing in Tampa where they kids.
Forgotten Angel.
Forgotten Angels. You might check into that.
Wims does that.
They have an event that they have a big party and stuff, and you camp out there and stuff.
Oregon.
I think that's twice a year. But they're raising money, and it's a cool benefit because I didn't really realize, but in Florida, if you're let's say you're an orphan or your parents drug addicts and got thrown into an orphanage or whatever, the state only pays for you until your 18th birthday. At 18th birthday, they kick you out and say goodbye.
See you later. Hey,
So
Crispy.
what they do is this Forgotten Angels has a big thing that they help put these kids back on their feet. And it's a really good thing. I won't get into the whole, but it takes a while to tell. But it's a really great organization. Even shows the kids how they can make money doing what they do, and where they can get a job and all that stuff. It's a really great thing. So it's a really good thing they do. We've never got to go to their thing because it always ended up being something we had going on when we were in Florida. But I know it's after Daytona. It may be in March. But
Where
lots of
does
things.
your cook your own take place? I don't know where that is. Beaver Bar.
And Beaver Bars every Sunday. She's got the breakfast. It's usually like $7 if it hasn't gone up this year. And we're usually there. It's a good place to find us on Sunday mornings. They hang out about 8 to 10 there. So if you're there the first Sunday, you can find us there. Another place that supposed to be going to the flat track racing, but they haven't sent us no.
I thought they said okay. Didn't they okay yours? And I had to resend mine. Said you didn't fill
Oh,
yours
they,
out
they
right.
never okayed me. Said we
Oh.
need to send one.
Did it?
They just assumed we would be approved. So we're going to be one night, one day, either Friday or Saturday. First Friday or Saturday, probably Saturday. We'll probably be down there behind the speedway, seeing that. We might.
Birthday's going to be during bike.
We're going to see about possibly seeing like 200 race, but I don't know yet. I figured all that out yet. Things. So that's going on. Of course, Main Street will be down there. The first Friday and Saturday, we're going to be down there in the evenings. Yeah, on Main Street. Find us down there during that time. We do have a new thing coming up here next week. We'll show you is we're working with Sick Boy Motorcycles. Makes all that cool clothing. They've been doing it for at the big store there in Deadwood and Sturgis, and they're doing some advertising with us. So we got a little video I made up that you'll see play on some of our videos while we're there. But they got a little card.
QR code.
You can scan and check out the store and all that kind of stuff like that. They're real close to going to internet only. They may not be back in Sturgis. They may not be back in Daytona and the other rallies they've gone to years after this year. They don't know yet, but they're getting older too and looking to stay. We'd rather just stay around.
So, just FYI, Daytona Day wants to let everybody know that Beaver Bar, if you go there for breakfast, it's a cash bar only. So make sure you bring cash.
They do have an ATM.
They do, but sometimes it's a pain.
Better bring cash. Which it is. People always ask that question too. Is it better to bring cash or a credit card? But what I always do is if I'm going to these bars, I bring cash. I'm not leaving my debit card or my credit card behind the register.
I know. They say you want to start a tab or whatever.
And just more trouble. It's a whole lot easier to bring your cash and do that. There's plenty of banks there that you can go get money from if you need to pull money out and get with you. If I'm going to buy something, like if I'm going to be on Main Street and I'm going to buy a bunch of shirts or something like that, or I'm going to a sit-down restaurant like one of the restaurants we just mentioned, yeah, I'm going to throw my credit card out or my debit card and I'll pay with that. But at the Iron Horse or at the Knuckle or wherever we're at, I'm going to pay cash. Just better way to do it. That's right. And it's getting to be, I noticed, actually, the more I see now, ever since the pandemic's been over now, this last year, more places now are wanting cash. They're starting to charge you if you use credit card. Or before there, they were like, nobody had any cash. Nobody had any change. So
no change.
Yeah. So we might lose pennies.
No more
this
pennies.
year. Yeah. I don't know. Whatever pennies are still there. But there soon you'll start. You got pennies, you want to get rid of them. I've been taking all mine and cashing them all in. Because eventually they're going to tell you they don't want them back. Got a penny jar at home with about 500 pennies in it, $500 worth of pennies in it. You go cash it in. You don't want them anymore. You want to save them for antiques. Melt them down and have copper. At that point, you can destroy it after that because it's not. If it's not current currency, actually, if you tear up a dollar bill, you can get in trouble for it. Or like they used to, like the religious people do all the time. They put the cross in it and they bend it. Those machines you roll out. You actually get in trouble because that's federal money. I don't know if anybody's ever. Wait. Close. So that's some of the cool, exciting stuff we've got going. So after that, we come back home after, so we fly out on Tuesday. So we're there for 2 full weeks. We get there on Tuesday. We'll be there for that whole Tuesday. And then we come the next Tuesday is when we fly back home, get ready for Arizona Bike Week. We don't have the exact date. She's going to be talking to them next week and see if they've got a time when we can come in, if it's Saturday or what. I'm hoping to get in there on the Saturday before so we can kind of show you what's going on, building up to it. Also get over there, little Cave Creek stuff. And
Big Breed starts
yeah.
for.
And so if that all gets over, we'll let you know when that's going to be and where we'll be. We're looking, if we get there early like that, we're looking maybe Monday or Tuesday going out and doing some riding. Out and show you some stuff we've done years ago. We did Via Flats, went to Ghost Town, all kinds of cool. We'll do that again. Everybody's around, you can come with us. In Daytona, we are thinking about doing some riding. I don't know yet what it is. So we have to keep in touch with. So if you don't have our phone number, email us. And we'll give you our phone number. And when you get there to Daytona, you say, hey, Bob and Tam, I'm here. What days are you going to go on a ride? Then we'll put you in the list to where when we decide we're going to go do something, you can pick that day and go. Or if you just want to say, hey, where are you guys hanging out tonight? The exception to the rule is I don't do this anymore. And let's say I'm down on Main Street in 2 or 3 hours, and then we go out to the International Speedway and we're there for an hour, getting ready to go somewhere else. And somebody texts us and say, oh, would you come back down to Main Street? Tomorrow, maybe, not today. So we don't ever backtrack. We're filming the whole. If you go on a ride with us, you may get filmed. That's a good possibility. So we're filming nonstop. But if you never rode with us, then you'll find out. We work a rally. We work 12 to 14 hours every single day. You're never not filming something. Going to. So last year we did have quite a few days that we took people. They spent the whole day with us and wanted to do the things that we did. But you have to take consideration is when we stop and I'm going to do an interview. Sometimes it takes a little time getting the person set up to do the interview. Could be an hour or more before things get rolling. I don't spend too much time at a rally. We give them a few seconds to kind of get going. If they don't, they go on. Spend a couple hours there. I'm filling. So we cover a lot of ground during that time. DeLand on that first Saturday, they have the big thing they do downtown. I don't know if we'll get down there or not. Probably Saturday, we're probably going to be doing flat track racing. Get that in. I don't know. I don't know. Get there a little early, film some of the stuff going on, talk to the biker, racer, race footage of racing. So we'll do some of that, talk about that. So if you want to go to flat track racing, that's not too crowded. It's not bad. You can go around the back. You can ride your bike right in. You can park back in the back. You just walk right in. You see all the tents where the pits are at. They don't cost you no extra to get into that. Then they got grandstands that go all around the outside there, right up to. And food and stuff. Something different to go to. Be a little less expensive than going to like the 100. Many times like that, they want $5 and up for a ticket. Watch people scream around the motorcycle. Couple of. So there's some of that. We'll do the loop, of course. We're going on the flag. Might ride up to St. Augustine's. We had some Space Coast thing. We might check that out. That'd be going the other way. I think. Or then there a few. No, I don't know. Or I move a little. Questions?
No. Chip says he likes riding with us. He says, I like the frequent stops because I'm not much of a stopper guy.
And that's part of what we're thinking about doing next year. This has gotten really expensive for us. We spent way too much money the last 6 years. Been doing this. This is our 7th year of covering motorcycle. And so next year we're actually thinking about doing what I've been wanting to do is we've had a whole bunch of rides I've been wanting to do that we haven't been able to do because we're doing rallies. So we're thinking next year that we may drop down to doing like Sturgis and Arizona Bike Week, and maybe that's it. I don't know yet. That's still way down the road, so I can't say what we're going to do. So if you want to see us and you live on the East Coast and you're never going to come to Sturgis ever again, this year may be the last time you'll get the opportunity to run into us. Other than that, you may never get to see us again on the East Coast. I don't know.
In person.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's all up in it's up to a lot of what we do this year here coming up and see how things go. So far, I've had the videos are starting to pick up, getting a good momentum here, but the last 4 months of reviews and stuff. And even though you're watching it, which I don't know if any of you watch Her Two Wheels. She just did a video. I watched a little bit this morning about how she gets paid to ride motorcycles. Well, the whole thing is she doesn't get paid. Nobody pays us to go ride their demo bikes or something like that. They give you their figure and they're giving you the demo bike to ride. You need to talk about it. So, but she talks about her AdSense and stuff, and that's what we do. We all make money off of AdSense, but it is what I make on AdSense in 1 month. This month, where I used to work, I made that much in days. 1 day. So yeah, so we don't make it. And even on the best month, I probably still made more money at my regular job I had before than what I did. I'm working a lot harder here than I do when I did my job.
Sun up to sundown.
Yeah. So then we're thinking about next year. Like I said, what we're doing this year is we're going to talk to all of our vendors. I'm going to tell them all the stuff and see what's going on. We do have some of our vendors are actually thinking about retiring after. That's kind of part of what's going on. So we'll see what all happens. Surgeons, we're still going to do like the 9 weeks there, probably like we're doing this year, like we have the last 3 or 4 years, because I love going up to Surgeons. I love spending all that time. A lot of these rallies here, like Daytona, pretty much all the other rallies we go to, other than Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue. I like Bikes, Blues, and Barbecue, but it's just not, I don't know. It's not Sturgis. It's still my second best rally, but it's got great riding and stuff like that to do. But there's a long distance between Rogers and Eureka Springs, where most of the good riding's out by Eureka. Then you can end up going to, but for us to travel back and forth, that's a lot of time you waste riding back and forth on the same road back and forth. So I don't know next year. A lot of things are up in the air. But you're on the East Coast, this could be last year. Now there could be an exception to the rule. There could be last year, Oktoberfest could have said, hey, we want to pay you guys to come down and do this and do this. And like, you're going to pay, then we'll go. But of course, this year, the airfare for going to Daytona, which I bought a long time ago, jumped $400 what I paid a year before. So I don't even know what the fall is going to be. But we use some of our mileage that we've collected on credit cards and stuff where we're flying to Myrtle Beach. Well, when we leave Panama City, we're going to fly to Myrtle Beach, and then from there fly back home. And there we used our points that we had on credit card. So that way we saved a little bit of there. Doing tax now for last year. I know it's not going to turn out. It never does turn out. We spend way more money than we bring in. And we always want to do all this.
Isn't a good business plan.
Well, the problem with this is if we were sitting home, like if I ever got the garage one going, bikes, Bob and Tam's motorcycle or whatever, cars, trucks, and tools. If I ever got that going, I could be like the monkey and do all kinds of stuff. I could buy cars, I could buy motorcycles and work on them and all this stuff. But in turn, we spend the little bit of money we make, we outsource it all the time. We're spending ahead of what we're making in. And
our chickens for their hatch.
Yeah. So that's one of the reasons I kind of started the car channel and started looking more going that route. And then because this ends up being that we spend so much time giving you guys information that I don't have time doing the other things that I should do, which I should do product reviews more and talk about that and stuff. And then you get a when you buy something, if I give you a 20% discount, like I got one right now, it's going to my daughter's house. It's a charger, you got an electric car. Actually, she wanted there's an adapter that you can get to plug into a Tesla charger and plug your car in. Tesla has its own plug. So the idea is it'd be a great thing to buy. Well, if you buy it, I can give you 20% off. Now, I don't have it. She hasn't got it yet. Once she gets it, we'll do a video. It'll be a couple weeks probably. Maybe by the time I get back from probably have it. Then do a little video. So you'll get to see our oldest daughter talking about the plug. And then we'll put it on here and we'll show you the discount and where you can order. They also got a thing. If you got a car, they also got a charging cords that actually you can sync it to your phone to know when your car is fully charged and all that kind of stuff. The car doesn't do that. Some smart cars will tell you can do that and it'll track it.
Oh, Cupcakes Garage says you can check out and come to the Mobin or Mobbin, Mobbin in the mountains. Heard of that one? Good evening, folks. Can't wait for Daytona. Yep, it's getting close. Oh, I didn't put up my little thing. Wrong phone. I figure out which phone's what and what. Now he wants to get another phone. So then I'll have 4 phones. I'm going to look up the countdown. So Daytona Bike Week, 12 days. Can you believe that? Oh, I got a lot to do. Arizona Bike Week is 52 days. Leesburg is 67 days. Panama City Beach Thunder Beach Rally is 73 days. Myrtle Beach is 82 days. Sturgis is 173 days. Ocean City, if we go, is 206. Lake of the Ozarks, if we worked it right, although I wouldn't get to spend much time with my daughter, would be 212 days. Bikes, Booze, and Barbecue is 227 days. And Tracktoberfest is 235. And Biketoberfest is 242.
That would wrap a year up for us if we pull those in.
I thought I had Rocky Point on there. Talking about doing that too, maybe.
Now, which might be. It's in November. And it's the last rally of the year. It's like second week of November. So thinking about it, and they haven't made a decision. Her cousin has a house that they have down there. They've invited us to stay there. That's how we got there the first time. But it saved us the money. Only had to spend, I think, back at that time, it was $75 for insurance for the bike. And then we left the camping trailer at a campground, which had cost wasn't too bad to leave it sit there for the 3 days because I was afraid if we just parked it at the truck stop or something, who knows what could happen to it, or if the refrigerator went bad, if all the food would go bad, and we're not going to drive home in one day from Mexico. So just something to think about. We love what we do. We love helping people. We love meeting people. But the thing that I figured out here, I figured this out about 2 years, that our real people that watch our videos, actually, we have a lot of real people that watch all of our videos. Greatly appreciate.
Yes, we do.
But we have the
Thank
other
you,
people
thank
that
you.
watch our videos are the people that are coming to that rally. So I have that all the time because this sometime in Daytona, at least once, somebody's going to walk up to me and say, "Man, I watch your channel all the time. Why don't you guys cover Sturgis?" And I usually say, "I don't go to Sturgis. It sucks." If you haven't figured out, we've been there for 9 weeks and pumped the video out every single day, you have not been watching the channel. So I figured that out that a lot of the people, when I get these big numbers are people that
Are going to Daytona.
Yeah.
They want to know what's going on.
Yes. And I get a lot of people too that never watch, I just did the police video the other day. And you'd be surprised how many people comment on the thumbnail and they never watch the video. They're like, "That's why I don't go to Daytona no more because the cops are hassling everybody." Apparently, didn't watch the video because it wasn't anything about it in there about the cops hassling you. It was the answer of what it is. And actually, one guy called out another YouTuber and said, "Hey, I seen this guy down there filming stuff and making fun of it." Just like people. Another one, that's 2 things we'll talk about tonight. The other one is people filming people dropping their bikes. Like I just seen one this morning popped up and said, how many guys does it take to pick that bike up? Well, asshole, you probably don't own a bike, so you have no idea what it weighs. Once you drop a bike, you're not thinking clearly. Usually you're embarrassed. You're not thinking the right way to pick it up. You put your back up against it. You kind of back up to it. The other person could have got on they were trying to push it up from the one side and the 2 guys were having trouble. But I mean, 90%, a lot of these YouTubers that are coming down to Daytona and Sturgis now don't even own motorcycles. Don't even have a motorcycle. They don't even have a motorcycle endorsement. They're not out there even test riding any motorcycle. So they're only giving you what they see. And and I call it clickbait. And they're giving you this stuff to make you know, oh, the cops are hassling everybody. I'm not saying that there, I said in the video. Yes, there's always one redneck cop, and usually it's a county cop or it's a state patrolman. Usually it's not a local PD guy, because I'll tell you in a minute why. Because it's usually those guys are the ones trying to put notches on their belt because they're not in a, if you're working for the Ormond Police Department or Daytona or something like that, you're with a group of guys, you're with the same guys all the time. You see them different. If you're working for the state or the county,
Julie.
you could be covering a lot of different ground, and you may be taking the patrol car home at night. You may not even get to really see anybody, other patrolmen, unless you call for assistance. So sometimes that's what they think. Well, the other thing I want to tell you, what they told us in Daytona, was the local police departments average, it was a couple years ago, 1% ticket that they write. The state takes the money, their budget. So when they say that that's what they're doing, some guy wrote on my thing yesterday, oh, that's what they're doing. They're gouging everybody to make all this money. Blah, 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 blah. The normal ticket's not that much. Why don't you go over to California? And you'll see that they don't have a ticket in California that's under $500. Most of them are $1,500 to $2,500, and that's just for a speeding ticket that you're doing about 10 miles or 15 miles over. Welcome to the club. Then do their you want to fight the ticket, or not fight the ticket, but you want to take, what's that called? Take
Classes.
the classes. They're like $450 now. So they're a stupid price to take something
You
on a
still have
computer.
to pay your ticket, but you won't go against your
Yeah,
insurance. Supposedly.
There's a racket. So yes, there is states that have ticket counters, that you see them out there. A state will, first of the month, the end of the month, you'll see a lot of patrol cars out. We see it when we travel back and forth from California to Arizona here, the 300 miles that we drive back and forth. Some days, this last time we drove, didn't see a cop at all the way there. We even see one coming all the way back. But we went, that was the first of them.
Oh, the 9th we went.
Yeah. So we didn't see anything those 2 days. So we went Monday and Tuesday we went. But it may be more towards Friday and Saturday, being that, or Thursday and Friday, it's Vegas, probably a lot more. But in our case, we know where the cops sit all the time, and it's all state patrol that you see on the highway. So that's what we see. And but yeah,
Kevin Mike's on.
a lot of the times I see people that get pulled over, or people that I talk to that did get pulled over, is they get talked to. And most of them never got a ticket. We had one years ago, was in Sturgis. They took this before they even had open container. They had people that were standing next to us. They had hard liquor. And the wife hurried up. She thought she was going to get a felony.
She poured it out right away.
And
Had red Solo cups walking up and down Main Street.
But yeah, so it wasn't a big deal. It was, and we've seen this. Just like when we're on Main Street. You
That's
don't
good.
normally.
We'll be there.
I've never seen anybody get pulled over that didn't do something first to bring attention. And if you look at the comments from my video, probably 75% of them say the exact same thing. We got a lot of people that live there year round said the same thing. Yes, there is going to be a bigger police presence during Bike Week.
Just to make a presence.
That's right.
Keep everybody on their best behavior.
And of course, you're going to have a higher, crime rate. Not saying we're stealing stuff, but you're bringing in a lot more vendors. You're bringing stuff in. You're going to get riffraff that's out there stealing from the vendors and stuff like that. Not necessarily saying it's a biker would be doing, but you're also got people that are drinking a lot more than you normally would. And so there's probably a lot of people, which it is. Almost every cop I talk to realizes that the odds are pulling you over is you have had some drinks to never admit you had anything. First thing. So they already kind of know that, but it just depends on, are you still able to stand up? Are you holding your bike up? Are you talking that they can understand you? Like I said, they do have to have a probable cause, but yes, you do have to show your driver's license. Yes, you have to show your insurance. People all say these crazy things that say, oh, they have to tell you what they pulled you over for. 90% of the cops I ever got pulled over. I've never been pulled over on a motorcycle. I got pulled over a couple times in a car. And the first thing they usually do is that when they walk up to the window, do you know why I pulled you over? No. And so you kind of have an idea, but it could be, but I mean, most time they have to have a probable. Do they have to tell you the probable cause right away? I don't know. But why are you going to argue with it? You got a good driver's license. You got insurance on your bike. Why aren't you showing it? What do you hide? Why do you want to be? But show them and be over with. Not that big a deal. I've never,
And don't lie. You
and I
always
don't
get
have any
caught.
warrants. I don't have any tickets. I don't have anything on my record. Well, if you've got something, then you should say that. If you're going to if you're going to argue about your driver's license, you're already going to pee him off. Going to get mad at you. And if you got a warrant, say, hey, dude, I've got a warrant back in my state. I'm going to be home next week. I'm going to try to take care of it. Actually, if you're coming to the rally, you should take care of all that crap before you come. If you're
Just
going to a
say,
motorcycle
"Hey,
rally, you should go to court next week and set up a date for you to come in for your trial or for your meeting with them or whatever, and get that in writing. So then if you do get pulled over, you can say, look, court date next week. And nobody says it.
Barbie back here. We'll see you there. Be at Destination Daytona. Steven's on. How about the guy that stopped his bike drunk in front of the state trooper in
Yeah.
Myrtle Beach last year? That was crazy. He started out just revving his bike up.
Yeah, that's what started me filming it, because he was revving his bike. I wasn't expecting him to drop them. I was expecting the cop to stop him because they couldn't hardly hold the bikes up to start with.
Hi, Chris
So
PK.
that's what I was really at. And
care.
because on my video, you really couldn't see him dropping as much as I would have been. I had no idea that he was doing that. I just wanted to see if he was going to keep revving his bike up by the cop and let the cop get him. But the other thing that I wanted to talk about tonight, besides that, is that I'm seeing more and more videos on it. I don't think I'll make. There is a lot of AI crap out here right now. A lot of it. You go to a video and it's got 60 or 70,000 views on it, and you start watching it and there's really not anybody on there talking at all. The odds are it's an AI video. They're putting a lot of flashing up. They show pictures. It's all generic. Sometimes you can look down in their, you're on YouTube, you can hit down more information and you'll see sometimes they have a disclaimer telling you, oh, that none of this information may be true. This is just stuff that we got off the internet and blah, 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 blah. Which means they just pulled it out of their butts and they didn't even do anything. AI made the whole thing up for them. They just gave them so you're making these people crazy money. These people that are getting 100,000 views is making $1,000 or $2,000 on the video. So you're pumping into giving people money and you have no idea who these people even are. There's no, when you go click on their profile, it's biker band or whatever it's called. It doesn't have a real name or anything. It doesn't have a face to go on with this video. So, and you can usually tell because it's all generic stuff that they've taken off the internet. Like they're showing, like this one guy was just talking about, they showed a Honda that wasn't even a Honda that's available, but on this video, they were telling you that you could buy this right now, starting at like $3,000 or selling it. Oh, no, they're not. Like all the ones we've had on Harley Davidson, that the company's going bankrupt. This is happening. And oh, this is happening. Oh, look what Indian's doing. They're selling on the internet. Breaking news. You've been selling motorcycles on the internet for a long time. But what you do is if you find one of those motorcycles on the internet, you're buying it from an Indian motorcycle dealer. Mostly it's used bikes. I don't think there's any new ones. But that's what you're doing. You're still buying it from the dealer, not being sold by Indian corporation. So just
I want to know
FYI.
where you get tires in Daytona during Bike Week. One of your sponsors. Cycles?
Oh, not one of
No, we don't have a sponsor that sells them,
tires.
but that's what we go to.
Now, Adam was still selling tires. I don't know if he's bringing them to Daytona or not. He fixed that other trailer up. Or is that trailer just to do his thing? I don't know. Keep up with him. But normally what I do is go to JP Cycles. JP Cycles, if they've got a sale going on, they will give you the same price there as what you do. And then you pay the guys in the back, and it's the same guys they hire every year. They've done 6 to a dozen tires. Never had any problem with them. They've always done a great job. No complaints. So that's where I go. JP Cycles, where I check my price.
And they also will give you whatever their their sale price. If they're having a sale going on, they'll give you that same price at the rally.
So that's where I go. I don't get any discount on that. Usually the sale price is cheaper than they would give me a discount for, so I'm paying. Oil changes is pretty much Amsoil oil. Amsoil Atom is usually where you get oil changes and stuff from. I don't have anybody else at rallies that I'm starting.
Speeds.
Oh yeah, Speeds does it. Speeds does it too. Speeds is now going to be at the International Speedway. Looks like they're the only ones that didn't allow them to come back, because I just seen on the thing that Chubby Cups and all the people that are back there all get to come back.
Because I
So-
saw it said Wide Open Customs back there too.
Yeah.
Or
So I don't know. I think they just got rid of Speeds. They didn't like the dyno. They got a dyno now inside the dealership. And
Yeah,
I think they subleased that. Before, I think Shelley Rossmeyer, I think they did it themselves. They didn't care because they're not going to tie their guy up doing dynos during the rally. So Speeds now is going to be over at the Speedway. Once we get there on Tuesday or Wednesday, we'll find out where they're at and we'll let everybody know where they're at. We'll probably put it on every video. Let everybody know they have moved and that's where they're at now. Just so they get the coverage that they need, looking for them and stuff like that. They don't get to open quite as early as they thought. They're going to be open Wednesday for like a soft open
Hey,
Wednesday and
Ricky.
Thursday. It's kind of like the same thing Amsoil Atom does. Won't be doing any dyno work during that day, but you can have any other kind of work done or get stuff set up, or you drop your, if you're going to have major cams and lifters and all kinds of stuff on your bike, maybe drop it off on Thursday, have them do all that, and they can dyno it Friday morning. Then you have your bike back by noon and be riding it. Set all appointments up with them. All the vendors that we have on our list, there's phone numbers down in the bottom down there. You click on, you can make appointments. Everything from Joey, he's got some new Orleans that have the black canisters on them, but he's only got like 6 of those available, and that's it. For some people that didn't want the colored ones, got some of those. You can set appointments up for that. Speeds, you can set appointments up for him. Post House is on there.
those.
None of those other ones I think would need any up. So that's kind of, so anybody like that, you should try to always call anything. Just like that, if you wanted to go to Rick Rack or something and you knew what you wanted to buy before you went, like you wanted them to get something that they have that you want. Best thing to do is call before they come. Get a hold of Shane and say, hey, I need to buy, I want to get this seat or whatever he's selling, pay for it now, and then or put a deposit down or whatever he wants. And that way he's got it when you get there, because that's what happens with the rally. We have no idea how many people are going to show up. I think this year is going to be a very big year for Daytona for 2 reasons. One, it's their 85th.
Yeah.
85th rally. And the second is, why else would we think this year would be so busy?
The cold, nasty weather up north. A lot of people will come down. That one year we couldn't figure out why is Daytona so dead and so slow and what is going on? Well, they had a very mild winter. So nobody thought, well, I don't need to go down to Daytona. It's just fine right here. So John says, yes, we will fly into Daytona. We get there on the 24th. We have a place to stay and we're getting a motorcycle to use. And that was his third question. John from San Antonio.
So yeah, so we're all set up there. For Daytona's all down. Everything's all down. We're waiting for Panama City for 2 things. One, we're waiting for Harder to decide if they're bike, which is good. And when we get, and then they're trying to get us a place to stay. We've got a hotel, but it's really expensive. And the promoter thinks he can get us a room with where they stay. If they stay, he gets a quarter of the price.
Is it me or is it Bob? He says that occasionally you're cutting out a little bit.
Your microphone closed.
His is going nuts. Even when he talks, mine goes off when I'm not talking. Please hit that thumbs up button, Neil says, and ring the bell, or the thumbs up button's over there for him.
And so yeah, so it's gonna be a normal year. We're gonna do pretty much all the same things we've done in the last few years. Of course, we go different places. We'll just see how it all goes this year. Some rallies I like Leesburg. If Leesburg was the only rally I was going to go to in Florida, I wouldn't go to it. One, because it's too short. I always say 3 or 4 day rallies really isn't worth our time going. But I really like Leesburg. If you watch the Professional Monkey, he's like that too. But I mean, he's in Florida, so it makes it nicer for him. But I mean, it's like an old school rally. It's just a lot of fun. That people are really cool. They're really down to earth. I love their main street because they got all the little outside eateries and stuff that you can sit in and watch the bikes go by. Nobody's doing stupid stuff there. Nobody's revving their bikes up or doing something stupid. I mean, there's a steady flow of bikes coming through town on their main street, and it's cool there. They got the concerts and stuff are all right there. So I really do like Leesburg. I like Panama City too. I like Panama City because to me it's a real beach town. No matter what Daytona and Myrtle Beach is, unless you're staying in one of those hotels, you really don't get access to the water. Most time you're riding on the A1A, it's private property on the right hand side. They got their little gates marked. You can't get through private property. You can't enter. I don't know how that works. I don't care. It doesn't really matter to me. But you only have to go to the areas that they say you can park. So that's in Panama City. It's just so much easier when you park in the parking lots or wherever you park at. It's easy just to walk. The beach is so much closer. You don't have so much sand to go across to get to it. Plus, in Panama City, you can drink on the beach.
They want to know if you can recommend a lifter brand. I think they mean just a regular lift to be able to move the bike inside the garage. Well, we got that one from Harbor Freight that you drive up on and then you can roll it all over. Is that what you're talking about?
You're looking for a regular lift to lift the bike, like the lift I have. I have A+ lifts. That's what I have. It's about $1,500. Now I got the wider one that you can put. I don't think a trike will fit on it, but the golf cart fit on it. Might fit. Tried it. I don't have a trike, so I don't know. I like my lift. I don't recommend the Harbor Freight one. One, because it's so skinny. It's very easy for that to tip over. Somebody tried to tell me mine's going to tip over. That thing has never done anything. One guy tried to say, don't hold it all the way up to the front. I've had no trouble. My bike's on it all the time. I put it up there to clean it. So I've had no trouble with,
Thanks.
I've had a couple other bikes, friends of mine, guy across the street brought his bike over, changed all the exhausts, and had his bike up there. I've had a handful of bikes on that lift. I like that lift. I would buy it in a heartbeat again. So you want to lift. But if you want something to roll it around in your garage, then I like the Harbor Freight one works fine. The only thing wrong with Harbor Freight is if you've got, where your concrete comes together and they got that seam at, they have a tendency of breaking the wheel. But I mean, I had one, I ended up giving that one to the neighbor, but I got another one that I have over at the garage that was probably my first one. I never broke the wheel. And now I don't use it. I carried it up the other day on.
We got steps now.
I don't know if we should. Probably not.
I'm happy. I like going up that ladder.
And so there's if that's depending on what kind of lift.
And so Chip says he used Let's Roll or my or Bike Dolly from Harbor Freight, and that's the one we have from Harbor Freight. We actually had two, one for his bike, one for mine.
And my first jack that I had to raise my bike up, that was also a Harbor Freight one, but they changed the way they're making them now. Where mine's pretty heavy duty, you'd have to buy the heavier dutier one. The light duty one doesn't look anything like mine. Mine was actually the cheap one, and they've changed it, manufactured something.
Hey, Des is on Red Wind Therapy. How are you?
Was on the coast.
She was on the West Coast. Yeah, she did a lot of riding.
So if you got any more questions like that, you can answer. But the lift I got, you can get electric or air. I got air because I've got a compressor. Really, that's about the only thing I've got, a compressor. I still have a 3/8 ratchet and a die grinder, a couple other things. I do have a 1/2 inch impact in air too, but I normally use a cordless. But I haven't found a good 3/8 cordless yet. Working on the engine. My truck's all done. I got a video coming out Monday. Tomorrow. I have no video on this channel, but on the Bob and Tam's Cars, Trucks, and Tools, got a dash cam. A company sent it to us from SEMA. We talked to the guy. They're from, I don't know where they're. And they did an interview with us, but it was so broken up English, I never put a video up. So they said, can we send you one of our cameras? You guys can do a thing on it. Well, I've had it for a couple months. I finally got it all done and check it out. I really like this thing. It's got a camera. You can get it 3 different ways. One, you can buy just a camera in the front, or you can buy a camera that's front and back, or you can buy a camera that's front and it's got a camera to see inside your automobile and the back camera. And I really like this thing. I've never had a dash cam before, and I'm pretty excited about it. So that'll be coming up tomorrow. I didn't show you hiding the wires, but I did hide them now. So I'm going to do a short, probably maybe tomorrow. I'll do a short. No, because I got a video for that. I'll do a short, maybe Tuesday or something, and let you see where I hit all the wires. 'Cause I wasn't going to do it, and then because I was thinking about moving it to the other truck, I drive that more. Then after I got it all mounted up, I'm like, screw it, we're just leaving it in the truck. And
Well, that's why I hit all the wires.
yeah, because somebody doesn't. He's got OCD.
I don't like stuff hanging around. Get rid of it if it's going to be there. I don't know. It is. I like wireless stuff.
So I got all that done, and that's all fixed. I still have
I don't know.
I can-
The tool thing.
scan tool for the emissions or for scan tool for it. But what this one does is you can actually, it costs you more money. You can actually go and get a program for it that you can go into your cars and change the program. Kind of cool. Kind of like motorcycles. Go in there and you put a tuner in, you can change it and stuff. This tool is supposed to do all that, but I haven't had time to mess with it yet. It's still sitting right here.
In the living
this
room.
week before we leave, because the same thing. There, people are like, "Are you ever going to do a video on it? You ever going to do a video on it?" One of these days. Trying to just get crap done. Trying to get the motorhome running now. Get that all figured out tomorrow. I got to go get
The barrels.
the barrels tomorrow
Where are you getting those?
in town here. Place that sells them $20 here in Fort.
Just one you're getting?
Two. Figure I don't want it, so I want to be able to still be able to pick it up and put it on the truck. Fill them up 20 gallons or so. Plastic. Blue barrel. Rolling behind the building. And see what happens. If I can use it to burn stuff with, I'll use a lot of it to burn those. That's sweet.
Weeds, yeah,
Gigantic.
they are.
So
27th, they'll be going down.
and so get all that done and try to get the motorhome done because I'd like to get it. She started cleaning it up the other day.
Did you sprinkle that stuff?
No, because I figured I'd wait till I got done messing
That
with it.
stinks. It smells like an old lady house, because I think it's an 84, so it's 40 years old. So it's old, and the original carpet's in it, the original bedding, the original couch. It's like,
It really doesn't look that bad. We could live in it.
they could, I guess. Somebody else
I've
could.
seen a whole lot worse than that.
I was going to try to clean the carpet. There's a couple big black spots. I don't know what those are. What day did you ride to the loop? I don't know what day we're doing that.
You have to email us to get us our phone number. You can text us when you get there. Say, hey, I'm in Daytona. Let me know when you guys are going to do something. And then once we get down there and I kind of get everything written up, because a lot of times these rallies, things change.
Somebody tells us about something, or somebody wants us to be there, or so we got an interview, but they can't make it that day now. We got to do it
It's like
this
Wednesday.
day.
We're going to interview the police chief. That's like at 10 o'clock in the morning. Got to get that done. That won't be long. He likes to get it in and get out. Probably less than 30 minutes, hour at the most. We'll be in and out. And so I have that all done. I'm going to get that out as soon as I can because it's coming. Any new laws that have changed. Because I got to ask about handlebars. Somebody told me just certain cities have different rules. See, sometimes you can get in trouble for that because that's what happened in Myrtle Beach years ago. The city of Myrtle decided they were going to make a helmet law. Didn't work out very well for them. They had to pay everybody their money plus interest. Because you can't make a law that overrides the state. So I don't know what
Harvey Becker wrote he bought a camera for his CVO Ultra Limited from Volunteer Audio. It records back and forth, back and front, and saves my rides so I can watch them.
And I've heard somebody else tell me that they got a camera like that. I don't know. Never seen those.
Yep, we'll be there. We'll cover it. I don't know if we're going on the ride, but we'll be down there to cover the Bikers Bell ride.
Either that or probably not going on the ride. A lot of stuff I want to cover this year because we depending on what Oktoberfest wants to do this year, depending on what they want to pay, we may just stay home and do the videos from there and say, here's the things you can do, here's what's going on, blah, 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 blah. We didn't have to go. All these other YouTubers didn't go. Most of them showed up a day or two. And when they put out the thing, they were supposed to put out our clicks that we did.
There.
We got more clicks. You guys clicked on our videos more than anybody else because one, we put out a hell of a lot more. Everybody else put out like a short or they put it on their Facebook page once and that was it. Well, I don't know what anybody else got. And so the guy was like, man, you guys are you're getting so many clicks. You're getting more clicks than everybody else.
Put together.
And he says, I'm going to put that out. Well, then they ended up putting out what viewership they put.
Because
Well,
they asked us how much
well,
views
what I went through is what each video that I did, I put in the
for
views
them.
that just for them that said something about Daytona. While these other people went in and took the 3 to 4 months that they were supposed to be doing and put their total time down. So it made it like this one guy looked like he did like 200,000 views he got off of it. He didn't put out anything. He talked about it once on a live. And so, yeah, he didn't get nothing. But it makes us, I wasn't very happy with Oktoberfest the way they did it.
So, with a very generous subscriber. Somebody wanted to know where we were staying in Daytona.
For the first few days, we're staying on the beach. We got a little hotel we're staying at because I wanted to do Friday and Saturday down on Main Street. One, I want to try to get on OP and see what happens. And then they're down there. And so one of those 2 nights, we'll try to
If he
catch
can
them.
stay up past 10 o'clock.
So we'll try to catch them down there. And then we've never really stayed late on Main Street. 8 o'clock probably has been if we stayed that late. Been down there in the dark, but I mean, we don't, normally I always have to get back and edit. What we've been trying to do is edit more, like get it like halfway through the day and edit a video, and I'll have it done. It's ready to go for tomorrow. So I'm usually a day behind on what we're putting out. So I don't know if I'll do morning time or if we'll put out videos at night. I have to decide which way we'll go. So we'll see how that goes. But we started doing that to where I got a video done. Like we'd stop somewhere during the day and I would edit someplace there. That's where, if you're on a ride with us, we got to do that. But this depends on how long they are. A lot of times like bike shows and all that kind of stuff, we don't show any of that because I can do, those are videos I do after we're done. Some of the other events we don't show because if you missed it, try to show you the stuff that's coming up, things to do, what else is going on. We're not going to do that. Didn't turn out real well. Tam used to try. We did a couple years where she did things to do during the day, and just not that many people were really that interested. Where for us to make 2 videos in a day, worth it. Kind of cut that out last year. And so that's why we try to talk ahead and say, hey, here's some fun things to do, things to check out. People are still whining about concerts in Daytona. That's like I always say. If you're really coming to a motorcycle rally to listen to concerts, you should stay home. There's a lot better concerts you can fly. Go out to Las Vegas. You can see some great shows out in Las Vegas, sit in a nice air-conditioned or heated theater with nice soft seats, with flushable toilets, running water to wash your hands with, food that you can eat. You don't have to stand in line for hours to get it. And you didn't have to ride in the dirt to get in their parking lot and stuff. Or you go into LA or go to Chicago or go to Miami or, there's so many great places to go to hear concerts. Why would you come to a motorcycle rally? I'm only coming if there's a headliner. Why don't you stay home? We won't have you there. That drives me more insane than anything else that people sit around and that's all they think about. I'm not coming to Sturgis till I know what bands are playing. Me, if there was no bands at all, it would never hurt my feelings. I never came to any motorcycle rally solely for the particular reason of a concert there. And we've enjoyed some concerts that we've been there. She's seen George Thorogood. She likes him. We were at Buffalo Chip. So we bought our tickets the year before. So as soon as tickets go on sale, I buy my tickets for everything right when it starts because it's going to be the cheapest time. There's going to be, once again, I'm not there for the bands. There's going to be somebody there that we might want to hear. Kid Rock was there. George Thorogood.
Led Zeppelin? Was it Led Zeppelin?
No, Leonard Skinner. We wanted to see Leonard Skinner. So there's been, sometimes there is bands.
Who plays Pour Some Sugar on Me?
Def Leppard.
Def Leppard, that's what it was.
And so, yes, we were there, so we took advantage of being there. But we also had the golf carts, and we had something to sit in. So it wasn't like we had to stand. But that's the other thing. Why do you want to go to a concert? You have to stand, and I always talk about the Buffalo, and also the Full Throttle's like too. They may have it they've done a lot of work, so they may have it all asphalted now or something. But Buffalo Chip, you're standing in dirt, standing there for 2 or 3 hours watching a concert and listen to those guys revving their motors up all through the concert. Doesn't do anything for me either. I don't care. It might have been a big thing back in the day, but to me, if I'm going to hear a concert, I'd like to hear the concert. I don't want to hear a bunch of morons up front revving their bikes up. I'd love to stand there with a camera because I'm waiting for them. I pray, please God, let a piston fly out of that motor. Let me get it on camera. That's my dream. That would be the ultimate thing for, I'd love to see it on Main Street too. Some of these people that did the crotch rock at that time, they wind it out, but he had to be red light. And to see something come flying out of the side of the case and watch the guy crap his pants, that'd be a great video. That I would film. But I don't know.
So I want to know about meet and greets. So you can see us either Sunday morning at the Beaver Bar for breakfast. We'll probably be there between 8 and 11. We usually stay around, hang around, and talk to all you guys. We'll be at the Flying Pistons breakfast on Monday at Teddy Morris's. That costs to get in.
You buy now, it's only $20. You go on to Teddy Morris's, Harley Davidson, and Destination Daytona, and get your tickets now. They're $20. At the door, they're $25. You meet a whole bunch of cool people. That Ryan from Counting Cars, the guy does all the great paint work and all that stuff, he's going to be there. So it's a great time to see him. If you want to meet Rusty Wallace, he's there. Also, there's a ton of other people that come in. So you get to meet some really cool people. They got some great cool stuff to auction off. They could have I've gotten a whole bunch of stuff. I got some cool signs. I've gotten that Camp Easy Ride thing that we gave away. That was one of our subscribers. George got that, and he ended up giving it to us to give away on our bike builds, raise a little bit of money. And so that he bought off of that. But there's all kinds of stuff. I bought a whole bunch of ratcheting straps that came from Drag Specialty. And I got them for like $20 for two each. Plus, one of them had a battery charger in it, a tender. And I just used that yesterday to charge my bike. And so, yeah, you can come in there and get some really good deal stuff.
Steven says we do a good job. And that's where we'll be on Thursday. We'll be at Willie's Tropical Chopper Time show. So we'll be there all morning. That's kind of hard to find because there's a lot of people there.
We're usually in the front or in the back. She usually sits in the back. Usually you can find her at one of the picnic tables in the back once it kind of gets going because she can't stand up that long. So she usually stands back there and takes a little seat and rest while I run around up top of the building.
Yep.
These are.
It says in 18 trips, I haven't seen one full concert. A few starts, rain or shine, and then runs me off. Or the rain or noise runs me off.
And then it's tough. And it's just like us. We always talk about it. It's like, here, I wouldn't mind seeing 38 Special. I wouldn't mind. I always want to see Hairball, but we've never been able to sit through the whole concert of Hairball. We watch maybe 30 minutes of the Big Engine wouldn't be bad to see, but I mean, we might see them again in Panama City. Won't be so crowded in the city. But I mean, so it's that.
I like Jasmine Kane when she does her 80s girl stuff, girl rock and roll. I don't like the screaming, that stuff. Yeah. I don't know. Because we saw her one time and we're like, oh, wow, this girl's really good. And we sat down and she finished that song. I think she played one more. And then she says, okay, I'm going to start with, my new stuff or whatever, her next set. And it was like, oh my gosh, we listened to that song. We listened to the second song and we got up and left.
I mean, it just isn't our cup of tea.
No.
And I know a lot of people love Jasmine Kane, and she's a really nice girl. We've had her on our channel and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And she's just a big follower.
So I said, I love her.
A big follower.
When she does the 80s, the early 80s, she'll do like Stevie Nicks and Pat Benatar and Blondie and all that. And I like all that. And she does really good at that. But I guess she feels more people like the other stuff, the grunge or whatever they call it. I don't know.
Not sure what. Not our cup of tea. So yeah, so I don't know. I don't know what we'll see. But yeah, we're like that. We don't know. Normally we don't sit and watch a whole concert because if I want to go see somebody, I'd rather pay the money and go to a concert and have some nice seats instead of rows from the front and enjoy the show. She can't stand that long to start with. So in most of the concerts,
I did buy me a new cane though. It's got a little seat on it. I don't really need the cane, but I like the little seat. That way, when he starts talking and he's talking for an hour, I like either got to go find a place to sit or I could just have my little cane, open it up, and have a
Drag that on
seat.
the plane with you.
I
One
don't
more
know.
thing to carry. No, I don't know. But we got that far at the Mecum.
No,
Well, you
Quartzsite.
you used it.
We got down in
Yeah.
Quartzsite.
No, that's where you
9 hours of daylight. There you go, Neil. Getting there. We're slowly getting more daylight. Still not. It's still dark at 7 o'clock in the morning. But
it's just been cloudy the last couple of days. I think it's getting a little more lighter in the morning, but we're not getting
the
light.
sunlight. All right, you got 5 minutes.
2-hour mark.
Yes.
So we're gonna wrap it up here real soon. If anybody's coming to Daytona, like I say, we're gonna have one more live next Sunday. Before we leave, we count down because it will be next morning. We'll be heading out for Las Vegas. Going over to the dealership over there, see if you got any new bikes over there and see something set up for us for the bike build. Just really busy. When we were there before, you had a couple people who were sick and a couple people who were on vacation, and we're just running around crazy.
Holes Seafood. We heard that that's the best place.
We're
not big seafood people, but they do have fish and chips there. And somebody's offered to take us there, so we're going to go there and eat fish and chips.
I'm gonna do that. That's one. Yeah. So yeah, and so yeah, that's usually the hardest part there because we have so many. It's like Myrtle Beach is like that too. Those are two places we like to go to that have really good places to eat. Panama City's the same way too. We like to go down. I'm not so fond of the McGuire's that's in Panama City. I like the one that's down in Destin. It's a lot better. We also like the other place that has the poor boy.
That place, PATPLACE,
and that's a really cool place to eat. That's probably about the. Oh, we do like to go to the other place. What's the other place that's part of? Not Sharky.
Wicked Wheel.
Yeah, Wicked Wheel. They got pretty good
fried chicken.
Right there. No, that's another place we like. We have 3 places there. Daytona's probably got the most places in Myrtle Beach. Myrtle Beach has a lot of cool places.
2 of my favorite is Judy Boone's and Mamie's. I could eat at those 2 places every day, and I'd gain all my weight back. Yep, but they're good.
Well, you only eat once a day then.
Yeah, but it's either going to have to be lunch or breakfast. Thanks, Janice. You have a good night too. That Cajun place in Panama City is delicious. Yeah, I think we took that, Sarah. I think we met her down there. Great show as usual, Bob and Tam. See you on the road somewhere. That's Cupcake at Garage Saloon. And Neil says, Janice, good night.
So it's been pretty exciting. Hopefully you didn't stress people out. I didn't really want to talk about some this year, but I wanted to give the heads up that we don't know what we'll do with the East Coast next year. What we're looking to do in term, which I never really finished that, was get into doing more rides. Like Des just got done with it. We've rode the West Coast. We lived in California for 17 years, and probably 15 of the years I was out riding bikes. And no matter what you say about California, but it's got some of the best long distance riding you can. A couple of reasons. One, you can have some really great weather and some really great roads. You can be in all different kinds of climate in just a few days. So I want to do that. I want to do some Route 66 stuff. I want to do Arches Park, do some stuff up in Utah. Those are things that we would invite to come along with us. Not charging anything to do it. You just have to pay for whatever we decide we're going to do. But the difference between us and a lot of other people that are doing videos is a lot of people go out on videos and they show you just riding. They get the drone up and they show that great ride. They're showing, riding with their buddies and all the different stuff like that. That's great. But to me, it's all about the cool places to stop. There's so many. You could drive less than 100 miles a day in California up the coast, and there's a cool place to stop. Probably 50 miles once you get up in. But that's what I like to do is when you go to a motorcycle rally, going to the rally, if you're riding your bike or whatever, it's a mission to get there. And then it's a mission to get home. You don't really have the time to do, like when we used to ride to the rally, we had 2 weeks off. So it took us 2-3 days to go, 3 days or more to get there, depending on how many days we did, how many miles we did a day. I'm not into just seeing I can drive 2,000 miles a day. I could care less. I'm not there to do 1,000 miles. I really don't care. If you can do that, great for you. I'm happy for you. I ride a motorcycle to enjoy my riding. When I'm tired, I want to get off and I want to lay down or I want to go to bed or whatever I want to do. At the end of the day, I want to have a nice meal or whatever. We're not bar hoppers, so we're not going to a bar. That's our destination for that ride is to go to that bar. Might stop at a bar and look at it. We've seen some really cool bars as we traveled on our motorcycles and stuff. There's a one cool one someplace. I never know where it's at. One that was real long bar, was real old and stuff. I don't know what town that was in. One of the part. And I have no idea where it was. I think it might have been in Wyoming someplace. I have no. But I mean, you see the stuff and you don't realize you may never see it again. And that's the part that I want to get back into, that we don't get the time to see all the cool places.
That thunder.
Fireworks.
I guess it is a holiday. President's Day. They don't shoot off fireworks for President's Day. Something's going on outside. Lots of booming going on outside.
So that's something that we're looking to do
night,
next year. Not saying that we never would not do the East Coast again, but that's kind of what I'm thinking, because as we're also getting older. And for one, she can't do a lot of long distance riding. So we have to do it in stages. Like the coast would be bad because we're not going to ride a lot of in one day. We're actually thinking about not even riding the bike all the way over there. We'd haul it over to our daughter's house, leave our vehicle there, and then take the bike from there and go. It's not.
And I want a dog. See, that's thunder. We don't usually get thunder on the West Coast.
Somebody blew their house.
Keeps happening. I don't know. I'll have to go outside and see. Oh, you know what we saw last night coming home from church?
Bambi.
The SpaceX rocket went off. That was pretty cool. We were
She's
like,
"What is that? What is that?" I said, "It looks like
it
a
was
rocket."
weird.
And I'm like,
looking.
"It's coming from the west, so why don't you look and see if California?" And then the SpaceX took it. But it was pretty cool. It was, because normally they're going up. This was kind of coming across, and it was all zigzag. You could see, but it was like it must have been getting ready to burn off one of the rockets, because you could see the flares coming out. I said, "That or it's an alien. It's definitely not a shooting star." It was pretty doggone bright. It was
cool
it gets
looking.
like 7:05, and it took off at 7, so it got pretty far in.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was pretty cool. He always misses the ones down in Daytona when we're down there.
Well, they put me in front of a pole and then say, "There it is," and I'm like, "Where? I don't see nothing."
Right there, you can't see it.
It's like, anyway, you done? Thanks for hanging out with us tonight. We love all you guys and we appreciate all you guys, all your support and all your comments and all your love. And we love you guys back. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Share us with your family and friends. Give us a big thumbs up. Ring that bell for notifications. Support our sponsors, please. That helps us get us out to the rallies. Make sure you tell everybody if you've seen anything on our channel that Bob and Tam sent you. And we'll see you on the next video.
He does have a master's degree. My daddy only started.
Yep.
Does have an
education. Good night, Julie.
He is educated.
Educated. Good night, Stephen.
All right, we're leaving.
See you later. Bye.
So tomorrow, if you watch tomorrow, you have to go to Bob and Tam's Cars, Trucks, and Tools. That video is coming up tomorrow night around our normal time. That'll be out. Seems like I got something for Tuesday on this channel. Oh, got the thing for looking for a transporter to haul your motorcycle someplace. We did a really good interview with some drivers and cool stuff like that, and talked to you. So that's kind of cool. That's coming up on this channel. So you can check that out. So I do have something coming out. I have some more stuff coming out.
See y'all in Daytona, hopefully. Ride safe. We'll see you then.
Live on Sunday morning next week. Same bat channel, same bat time.
I know there's 3. Same bat time, same bat channel, same bat. We're batty.
I'm out of here.
Bye.
See you down the road. That's my new saying. Down the road.